Yay! Hello, everybody. Good morning, Anna. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Maria. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. It's a pleasure to having you here today, and I'm super excited to talk and have this conversation about 3 ways to move your money to the sky and beyond. So, first of all, let me introduce who is Anna Serbinenko. Para las que no sepan, esta va a ser una entrevista bilingüe. This will be a bilingual interview, so I'm going to say some things in Spanish and the questions will be in English. Y tengo también unas invitadas que van a hacer las preguntas. Y déjenme les digo quién es Anna Serbinenko, ¿ok? Mire, ella se trata de una empresaria en movimiento única. ¿Por qué? Porque se mueve y brilla por todo lo alto del cielo. Ya les voy a contar. Ella se considera la Sky Dancer. Ella nació en Ucrania y ahora vive en Canadá. Tiene un doctorado en matemáticas financieras, no matemáticas normalitas, matemáticas financieras. También, bueno, este doctorado lo realizó en Alemania a los 25 años de edad. Ella tiene otro doctorado en astronáutica y aprendió 12 idiomas. Además, también ella tiene 12 años en el escenario de los espectáculos aéreos. Cuenta con una licencia de piloto de línea aérea, también habilitación en hidroavión. Es instructora de avión y de acrobacia aérea de primera clase. También es artista de exhibición de acrobacias aéreas de manera individual. También es dueña y dirige 10 empresas, principalmente en el sector de aviación, incluyendo una de las escuelas de vuelo más grandes de Canadá, y ella se encuentra en Vancouver. Además, forma parte de Mission Aviation Fellowship, Women in Aviation, Greenpeace y de Animal Kindness. Es mamá de un cadete aéreo de 18 años y también es mujer de fe. Así que quiero que le demos la bienvenida. Welcome, Anna. Please tell us, what is your favorite thing to do in the life right now? We are in 2024. Tell us.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here. It's really a pleasure to join the conversation. And well, that's a difficult question. I'm doing so many things right now. We have many things on the go. We are in the process of creating a lot of content, doing new courses for our students for the online training, because in 2024 everybody needs the flexibility and the ability to study wherever they are in every minute they have, because time management is always a challenge. So we are trying to cater to our students to make their training as efficient as possible. And that is definitely an effort on our side, but it's an exciting effort. And that's a great project that I'm all excited about right now.
That sounds awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And so we have a participant here. I wonder, well, let me ask you the next question. Can you tell us, or can you tell me about what inspired you to be a pilot now? And I know that everybody knows you as a sky dancer, and why. So let me say in Spanish. So, por favor, ¿puedes decirnos qué te inspiró a ser piloto y por qué eres bien conocida como la bailarina del cielo? Okay.
So I started flying 10 days after I immigrated to Canada. That was in 2008. But before that, I was already interested in becoming a pilot and interested in flying. So I loved traveling. And I wanted to be able to just take my plane and go from A to B wherever I choose to go, and pilot the plane myself instead of hiring a pilot. So that was a fantasy and inspiration of mine to be able to travel. So 10 days after I came to Canada, I figured out that flight trainees actually was more affordable than I thought. I had prior inquired about flight training in Switzerland, where I did my university studies in math and finance. And I did want to fly, but what we pay here in North America for flying a single engine plane, or what we pay here for multi-engine flight, we would be paying in Switzerland for a single engine flight. So it's a very
Wow.
expensive country. And
Mhm.
on the other hand, the flight training here per hour was costing about the same as my driving lessons in Switzerland. So yeah, sign me up. I went for my first FEM flight shortly after arriving to Canada. And at
Mhm.
that time, I discovered that there was more to flying than just going from A to B, but there was the flying itself, the art of flying. And I was excited about piloting the plane, even if I didn't get anywhere, because most of training flights would be
Mhm.
taking off and returning to the same airport and just working on the pilot skills. And for me, it was not a drag. That was the excitement of learning a new skill and an exciting skill for the sake of the skill itself, because I loved it. I did my flight training within a very short period of time. In less than 12 months, I had my private license, commercial license, instructor rating. I
Wow.
was not happy about aerobatics, though. In Canada, we have to do a spin. This is when the plane stops flying and starts spiraling down to the ground. And my first impression of it was with a fairly junior instructor that was teaching me at that time. And it was unexpected, it was unprepared. And actually, I was a little bit scared, and it put me off when I first experienced it. So I didn't like aerobatics, I didn't like being upside down. But later, maybe 700 or 800 hours into my flying and teaching, my partner is like, okay, let's try. Let's just go for one aerobatic flight, and we'll do a loop and a roll. And it was so controlled. It was so beautiful. It was, I just loved that. Was the three-dimensional freedom. And I
Wow.
did all my aerobatic training, and I flew my first air show a year later.
Wow. I love how you express like the three-dimensional freedom. It's like, wow, amazing. So, well, thank you so much for sharing this. And the next question is, what was the most difficult experience, Anna, that you had in the past as a woman? Especially that we know that everybody that is in this industry, the majority is for men, right? So tell us about if you have some experience that you want to share, and what was the first step that you put into action to break this difficulty?
I had several experiences that were less than perfect. Yes, aviation, it's an old boys club. So is IT that I was in before I came to aviation. So is mathematics. We had probably less than 20% of girls in our university
Wow.
class. So
Yeah,
it
makes
is,
sense.
I'm kind of used to having majority of the colleagues boys, guys, and it can be a challenging experience. Can be very good, lots of them are very supportive, and it can be not so good. Experiences are multiple. There is one recent one, and unfortunately I had to go all the way to the Transportation Tribunal of Canada, because I had an instance of harassment and discrimination from
Oh, wow.
Transport Canada inspectors,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no explanation to it. Anything from like, is it because I'm a woman pilot? Is it because I'm an immigrant? But the targeting was very clear, and they were not even following their own procedures. So to defend myself, I had to go to the tribunal and present my case. and the tribunal ended up ruling in my favor, and I
Oh,
got my privileges back. But it's something that took almost 2 years, a lot of effort, a lot of nerves, sleepless nights, and doubting myself, which I shouldn't be doubting. I'm a qualified professional. I am put in a lot of work. I'm following the rules, and yet it seems very unfair that we have to deal with it. And in the process, talking to other people who were also supporting me too, they had, or they were in similar situations, but they were Canadian, North American guys, and they did not have any problems. So yes, life, professional life is sometimes unfair. And I think the first thing we can do is to say, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to fight back. I'm going to speak up, and I will fight for what is right. If I made a mistake and I had consequences of it, yes, it is fair. If I did something wrong, I will always do my best to correct. But if it's something I did not even do, and that's how people would act on, just because you're a woman pilot, just because you're different, you sound different, you look different, that's not the right reason. And not accepting it and being determined to go all the way, not only for my own sake, but also for the sake of all the women that will be following. Again, in the process of my investigation, I did talk to other women in aviation that experienced similar inequity, and some of them chose not to speak up or not to fight, because it's a difficult fight. There's no sugarcoating about it. But I believe it is important not to roll over, but to speak up. And especially, when you did things right, it's not right that you are being treated that way.
Wow. Yeah, definitely was like I can count all these difficulties. It's not just one. It seems like you talk about you went to the tribunal, you talk about harassment, to be in an and it was a process like 2 years that took to resolve all this conflict. And as you said, also was not just on time, also that affects your health, like the way that you sleep, the way that you eat. But the main thing that I see here is the mentality, the mindset that you had, like, I like that you said, I will fight for what is right. And when you do that, like, you win, you win, and because you were following all the rules or the requirements. And it's true, sometimes for a woman this process can take double time, or can take more effort, more energy. And that's why maybe some people, they just give up, because it's like it's not easy. So thank you for sharing this. I'm sure that this inspire other women as well. And let's see, we have Emma here that she wants to ask you some question. So let's see. Emma.
Hello.
Hi, Emma.
Hello, Emma.
Can you see me?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Well, first of all, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so inspiring to hear your story. Right now, I'm in my car. I'm imagining, driving a car is hard, but I'm imagining if I were in an airplane right now, and if I were going upside down. And oh my God, I don't think I could do it. So I'm really, really inspired. I really appreciate that you're here. And I do have a question, and it's regarding being bilingual, being in a different country, how difficult it is or for you, or was for you. Although I know you speak 12 languages, And what can you tell to other women that are listening and are bilingual, they're living abroad? What do you think is being bilingual? Is it an obstacle? How do you handle that?
I think being bilingual can be an obstacle, but you can also use it to your advantage.
Right.
I did my studies in Switzerland, and sometimes you don't even realize the difference. And I have observed it a few times because Switzerland itself is a country with 4 national languages, which is French,
Oh,
German, Italian, and Romansh. So not every Swiss citizen would be speaking all the languages fluently. So they would usually learn their first language and the second language, which is national, one of the other national languages. So, for example, somebody would speak French and they would learn some German. They would already speak it with a little bit of an accent. And then they would typically learn English as an international language. So they would not even speak Italian, for example, as even one of the national languages. So when I studied there, automatically, when a person doesn't speak a local language, when they hear an accent, it's not an automatic assumption that this is a foreigner. It can be a Swiss person from a different part of Switzerland. And I have observed it several times, even with fellow students. You come to a new class, you have a new group, you chat with people, you talk to them, and everything is normal. The moment they find out that actually your accent is not from the German part of Switzerland, but it's from Ukraine, you see people change.
oh
You see
wow.
right away the different attitude, the different look, and they don't say it, but you do see that difference. And I have experienced it a few times. So yes, there is a disadvantage. On the other hand, I have had a number of times, like, for example, we in flight school sometimes have students or agents, say from China or from whichever country. And being able to, especially when those people are from another country, so they are in Canada as coming from China, and I'm in Canada, living for a long time, but still that's not where I was born. I was born in Ukraine. So speaking to that person and even being able to say a few words in their language, they know the challenge, they know the difficulty because they have gone through it. And us put in this effort, they appreciate it so much more because they have also gone through the experience. And there is more and more people right now, especially in the business world, that are coming from different countries. The world trade, the business becomes a lot of online, a lot of international, and people appreciate it more. And applying it to business we do, I think it has an added value. All the training we do for the most part in Canada, because it's to Transport Canada standard. But on the personal level, on the business level, people have more trust when they know that you have made an effort to go their way and meet their expectations, including in language. So speaking languages, learning languages, I think, other than making us more knowledgeable and more skilled, is also breaking down some of the barriers that we can break in the business world.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Is it the same in Canada? Because there's also French Canadian. So there are several languages, right?
Yes, yes. So there is a French part of Canada, for the most part in Quebec province, and you would, like, most of the time here in Vancouver, you would speak English,
Mm-hmm.
and very few people would be speaking French. When you are in Quebec, most people are bilingual, French and English. And in most places, you can speak either language. Even if one language is your primary one, you can, most people would understand you in either of the two. So yes, it's multicultural. In Vancouver, for example, there are lots of groups of regional groups of people that would maintain their language and their culture. There are parts of Vancouver that are very much Mandarin speaking or Cantonese speaking for people who came from China. There are parts of Vancouver area that would be speaking Hindi or Punjabi for people who came from India. So those regional parts or districts, Canada is very supportive that way because lots of people are immigrants in the country, same as in the United States, I think. And people are able to both integrate in the Canadian world, in the Canadian culture, and maintain their own within the communities of people who come from the same country. So same goes for Ukrainian, obviously, where we have connection with other Ukrainian people. And I'm very grateful to Canada for being such a diverse country for immigrants, which I'm happy here.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Anna.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for sharing. And Emma, do you have another question? Do you want to ask another question?
I do have a really, I've been waiting to hear about this question that I have. I wrote it down, but I cannot access to it. Would you mind, MariaNuMi, posted it?
Yes, sure.
Oh, here it is. Well, first of all, again, it's so inspiring listening to you. I'm just really super excited. But so you work as an air show performer, and in the space where there are women who do not conform and want to contribute to the air industry. How has your experience been as a group breaking the glass ceiling?
I think breaking the glass ceiling, or at least pushing the glass ceiling, is a joint effort of all of us every single day. It's not something that one person wakes up, takes a hammer, and breaks it in one day. It's something we have the opportunity to contribute every day we work. There is a great organization in the aviation industry called the 99ers of women pilots. There is an organization in Canada called Elevate Aviation of all aviation professions, women in all aviation professions, and it can be pilots, traffic controllers, aircraft mechanics, or even Transport Canada inspectors. There are lots of business organizations supporting women, and even on the government level, I have seen in Canada, and I'm assuming there might be something similar in the United States as well, where there are government programs supporting women-owned businesses.
Yeah.
And every single bit of help we get and the help we give, if it's maybe mentoring a starting entrepreneur woman who decides to do some side hustle, or a new woman pilot. We have unfortunately, very few girl student pilots, and we are always excited about having more of them. We just hired in our aircraft maintenance a girl who is a mechanic who fixes the planes, and I'm all excited about it. So the more we have women going into technical professions, the less it becomes an old boys club. The more businesses we have started by women and saying, I'm going to do this business because this is what I want to do. This is how I can contribute. This is what I'm good at, the service I can, or the product I can provide to the world, and not saying, oh, I'm not going to be doing, I'm just a woman. No, there's no such thing.
Right.
And the more we all do it, the more it contributes to pushing that ceiling and breaking that ceiling eventually. Then it's not an overnight process, but it is a process that we all contribute to.
Yes, yes, and this is so inspiring. It's like I really, really
Yeah.
appreciate the conversation today. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Emma.
Appreciate you joining. And
So let me show you. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let me show you this picture, Anna. So this is Anna Serbinenko in the plane. So you can have an idea uh, what she's doing. And this is one of your favorite planes, Anna?
yes, this is my air show plane. Is a Super Decathlon. The picture that you have on the screen right now actually was up north in the Canadian Arctic. That's why on top of my flight suit, I have another 2 jackets because it is really cold there, even though it's summer.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
that was a Canadian Arctic Aviation Tour. We have flown for the Canada's 150th anniversary. This is the plane I have taken all the way down to the Mexican border, all the way from East Coast to West Coast. And I have flown air shows with this plane for 12 years now. And I love her. I look after her, she looks after me, and together we do the aerial ballet, the sky dance.
Oh, nice. I like that. And well, before to ask you the last questions, I just want to invite all the women that they are interested in the retreat because we are promoting the retreat that we're going to do in Canada, in Vancouver. So this is the banner that I want to share with you here. So please, this is the retreat that Emma, she's coming, right? Emma, you are coming to this retreat.
And
Let me,
I'm gonna be
yeah,
there.
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah. And in Spanish, we call factura con altura, right? And in English is move your money to the sky and beyond. And Anna Serbinenko, uh, she will be there with us to supporting. She will give a special talk that is like will be an amazing talk to inspire you. That finally you can say goodbye to all the fears that you have, especially in the field of money. When it's time to make more money, some people, some women, they have some fears, and we're going to address that. So let me show you one picture that I have here. That is me. So I'm getting ready for this retreat. And so if you are interested, please apply. I'm going to share with you this link. We have the link for Spanish, English, and French. So if you are ready and you are interested, so you just need to click below the link. This is the link in Spanish. It's very important that you have this interview with me because I want to make sure that this retreat really can help you. Because, sometimes I have some conversations with women that they feel like at this retreat can help with deal with some depression, anxiety. Because I know I'm a psychologist, but I'm focusing this retreat especially that you can grow in the financial area, and then you can work in the interior doubts and fears that you have around the money mindset. So and I know that this is a unique retreat and a unique experience. And oh, we have here Carmen. Hello, Carmen. Carmen Camacho, that she is very interesting to go to this retreat, right, Carmen? And and this is in the French. If you are interested to have a conversation and to apply to this interview to see if this retreat can really help you, just click the link below and we will see. So, Anna, final words. What do you want to say for a bilingual businesswoman who identifies with this conversation that we already have, but is afraid to break with her glass ceiling and grow her business? What do you think?
I think there are 2 things that I would recommend to every woman who has doubts or concerns on the financial side. First of all, never let anybody tell you what you're supposed or not supposed to do. This is your decision. This is your life. This is your consequences too, good or bad, of whatever decisions you make. But ultimately, you're the one making those decisions. And the second thing is to invest in yourself. Invest in your education, invest in both money, but also your time. Instead of scrolling social media or watching TV series, spend time on reading books, watching the educational videos, and be as knowledgeable as you can, so that you can make the best informed decisions, having all information available, or as much information available as possible, so that you are confident making those money decisions, that you can do your calculations, do your risk management, and know what you are up against, what to expect. And it's always a risk. We never know the future, but we can minimize certain things by making wise decisions. So be wise and be courageous.
Nice. I love it. Thank you so much for these words. They are very inspiring. And also, if you are thinking, and this question is for the audience. So if you are thinking like, hey, what's holding you back and preventing you from earning more money? And why are you making the amount that you currently earn? And more questions about this. Like sometimes we don't think about this. And you probably achieve a certain economic stability by dedicating yourself to assisting others, but also as a businesswoman you want to, I'm 100% sure that you want to grow and expand all the potential that you have. So I really hope that this conversation with Anna help you and inspire you to grow, because I know and I hear you, Anna, before that you mentioned the sky is not the limit, right? Something like that. Can you say that phrase, please?
Yes, definitely. The sky is not the limit. And the other
Mm-hmm.
one, if your goals are not scaring you, they are not big enough.
It's true.
So
Yeah,
have the
totally.
big goals, and the sky then is not your limit. It's the
Yeah, I
playground.
love it. Thank you. And if you are interested, let me share the social media. You can follow on Instagram to Anna Serbinenko. This is the Instagram of Anna. And also, I will put the link here. She has a YouTube channel, and this is the website. And Anna, I don't know if you want to share how we can connect with you and the next shows that you have this summer, because I would like to say hello and to see the show.
Absolutely. So I think the closest on the West Coast would be probably either my show in Olympia, Washington, on
Mm-hmm.
Father's Day weekend, or in Truckee, California. And I'm excited to come to Truckee the week after the Father's Day weekend.
Oh,
So I believe
nice.
June 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I'll need to double check the exact date, but it's exactly 1 week after the Father's Day weekend. It will be a free air show and very family friendly, lots of activities for the kids, lots of STEM focus on technical professions, on education. Free event for the entire family, usually all day on Saturday, with a brief pre-show on Friday night. And whatever specific events can be happening this year can be checked on Truckee Tahoe Air Show website.
I
And I'm
love it.
excited to come to California really 2 months from now already.
2 months. I think that I will, in which city of California,
It's Truckee in California.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Yeah, I
in the
think that
mountains.
in the mountains. Okay.
Very
Nice.
beautiful area, close to Tahoe Lake. spectacular scenery. I love coming to Truckee year after year. I think it has been 6 or 7 times I have flown the show, and I enjoy coming back every time. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that I will be very close to that area, to Lake Tahoe
Oh,
at
nice.
that time. Yes. So I can visit to you after, I don't know, let me tell you, I met in person, um, I met Anna in 2000, like 2 years ago, Anna, in in Oregon.
Yes.
Was the first time that I saw you in Portland, in Oregon, when was a show especially for women, and was amazing. And
It was
actually,
all
I'm
female
searching.
air show.
Pardon me?
It was all female air show. Civilian performers were all female. Military performers were all female. Mechanics were female. Air bosses, announcers. It was all. Even the president of the board of directors was a woman for the show.
Yes, yes, it's true.
It was so
I want
inspiring
to.
for all of us who were part of it. We came
Mhm.
and we came inspired, but we left even more inspired from the event. It was so special for everyone.
Yes, yes, definitely. Let me tell you, I was kind of like nervous to talk with Anna Serbinenko at the beginning. I was like, wow, um, all the pilots, they do their performance with their own music, and especially for Anna, you choose a specific music that was super calm, very relaxing. Even the babies that they were crying next to me, they were like quiet, and was like, wow. At the moment that you see, like when I saw you on the plane and dancing literally with the plane and with the music, was like a it's totally worth it. It's a show that is totally worth it to be there in person and to experience that. Like, I never thought that to be in a show like that, that can be a very good experience. So at the end, I remember that I say hi, hello. I make the line to say hello, and that's it. But then I come back and I say like, can I have a picture with you? And then I start to talk with you. But I was like, I need to talk with her. I need to talk with her because that was very inspirational, and now I know why, because you can feel, I don't know, the energy, the personality of the pilot. And I know everybody's different, but I connect um, much better with Anna. So was amazing. I have the picture here. Do you want to see it?
Yes,
Let
please.
me see. It's here. So that was me like 2 years ago. Yes. And that was a very special moment. I wonder if somebody else has any questions. I know that here is Carmen Camacho, uh, Emma is here, and we have some people as well watching us and on Instagram as well. So I wonder if somebody has another question. If not, let's see. Let me see. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Anna, for your words and to have this conversation. I feel so honored to having you here today, and I look forward to see you in California for the next show and also in Vancouver for the retreat. So, and I'm super excited that you can meet all the ladies that they are coming to this retreat. And let me say in Spanish because I'm just talking in English. Por aquí dicen, thank you, muchas gracias. Emma dice, she said like, awesome, Olympia, I want to be there. I think that she's going to be there because she is in Seattle area. And, oigan, pues ya terminamos la entrevista con Anna Serbinenko. Nos ha dado mucha inspiración hoy. Nos ha contado de cosas difíciles que le ha tocado vivir y también de cosas inspiracionales. Así que También hemos hablado del retiro que se viene, donde ella va a dar una plática, una conferencia en el retiro de factura con altura, que va a ser en Vancouver, Canadá, del 5 al 8 de septiembre. Así que si esta conversación te ha inspirado y te ha motivado, pues da clic en el enlace para aplicar a una llamada de valoración y ver si este retiro es para ti. Bueno, ella dice, the sky is not the limit, el cielo no es el límite, ¿sí? Entonces, aquí nos dice Carmen, love it, sí, no questions. Okay, perfect. So thank you so much, Anna, and see you soon.
See you soon. Looking forward to meeting everybody here in Vancouver at our flight school, Canadian Flight Center. We will show all the aircraft. We have some flying planned. We are hoping, keeping the fingers crossed for the good weather, show you around, and beautiful area here. I'm sure everybody will enjoy who comes, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you.
Thank you. Bye.